Hey there everybody, Reed here at Orchestra Farm. Been a while. We got some potatoes happening over here. And rather than chat with you today about food related things or farm related things, I want to share a couple books that influenced me earlier in life and brought me into a greater understanding of our place as like both a species thing and interrelated to like my personal power in the world. The first one is Hazrat Inayat The Mysticism of Sound and Music. As a musician growing up and coming into life, there's these things of recognizing that everything is vibrating and vibration is musical, and that when we are in a state of being able to be at peace with all of the different frequency sets that fold in upon us, whether it be the sound of our voices coming or it's just the movement of the planets, to look at this, it's a season that we're in. It's not winter right now, although it feels kind of wintry here, except for the heat. But everything's growing, and isn't that fantastic? And just to be in those rhythms and pulses of life. That book gave me so much extra perspective. Here's our Josta berries. And the second book is Emma Goldman's autobiography. Honestly, I would love to see a movie made of her life because it is so full. It's 2 volumes, people. Like, this woman lived an amazing life. I'm gonna just leave that there. And if you don't know your women history, you definitely need to check that. In that same kind of vein is Asada Shakur's autobiography, which I'm sad to say I don't remember the name of. I'm a bad person and I'm not looking anything up right now. But that was another great book to remember, like, the systems that we're living in, and whatever they're going to do to one being, they'll do to any of us. So be mindful of how you're engaged in your localized world and the greater world that you're living in. Then there's Scott Nearing's autobiography. I think that's a political radical. Anyway, his book, similar vein, totally different era, and how the question of like, how do you live a good life, and what does that mean, and recognizing that like governing agencies aren't necessarily looking out for your best interest. And I don't want to just work all the time, you know? I am interested in living a balanced life with all the different aspects of my creative joy. Like, speaking of joy, I don't know how my picture's looking, but like, look at all these fantastic flowers and bees buzzing around. Oh my gosh. Well, those are the books I wanted to start off talking about. I encourage you, if you got some spare time on hand and you want to read some things that may come from a different perspective field, to open up perspective and realities on things. I'll do a couple more of these at different points, but mostly I wanted to say thank goodness it's summer, even if it's been chilly out. I hope you could see the semi 3 sisters patch there, and there's at least 2 solid sisters. Much love from Orchestra Farm. Aloha.